Hey, horror fans, once again, it's the Horror Miser Monty G. Yes, going to do a movie review. Something going to be doing something new this year. Some movies that I might have missed some time ago or I might have missed last year. I'm going to review them this year and do a review upon it. And the first one's going to be Leprechaun Origins. Yes. Now, Leprechaun Origins is a 2014 American horror film. It was directed by Zach Lipinski. I think I got that name right. This is written by Harris Wilkinson, and it stars WWE or former WWE star Daniel Hornswoggle Post. We have Stephanie Bennett, Andrew Dunbar, Melissa Roxborough, and Brandon Fletcher. Now, I never saw this particular Leprechaun Origins. It's supposed to be a reboot that was produced by WWE Studios. They were going to reboot the series. And this is supposed to take a more serious, more darker version than the Leprechaun that we've seen before. The fact it doesn't even have Warwick Davis in this one. Let's see what I thought about Leprechaun Origins. Now, the premise is very simple. We have two young American couples that are backtracking through the Irish countryside, only to quickly discover that one of Ireland's most famous legends is terrifyingly true, and they have to escape from it. That's basically what the premise of this film is about. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you guys know what my thing is when it comes to remakes or reboots. It's going to happen. It's just the way Hollywood is right now. As far as I'm concerned, as long as the movie, the reboot, actually pays some homage to the original, it actually tells its own story, I really don't have a problem with this one. And what the WWE Studios did with this film, you can see that instead they decided not to take anything, and I do mean anything, out from the original films at all. Like I said before, Warwick Davis doesn't even star in this one. Now, while I agree that you want to do your own story and hopefully this works, but unfortunately with this one, this is your typical cabin in the woods cliche horror story, and it doesn't add anything new to the horror genre. It certainly doesn't add anything new to this series whatsoever. Well, first of all, you have your typical cliche characters. We have the nice and straight-laced Sophie and her straight and arrow boyfriend Ben. We have her loose friend Jenny and her rough and tough tumble David. After coming into the village, they're doing some type of history thing because Sophie sees a history major. She's studying her thesis, and they're backtracking through Ireland trying to take up some Irish folklore. And of course, they meet the typical village people right there, and they get talked to stay into this cottage. Now, of course, we all know that something is wrong here because you just simply don't go off the beaten path and get caught up in some strangers that you don't know. So, of course, we realize that obviously something is amiss, and here comes that leprechaun, but it's more of a creature. Now, despite this cliche plot and the typical cliche characters that we have in this film, there are some good moments in this film. First of all, the film looks very good. It's very well shot. We get some nice landscape that's supposed to be the Irish countryside. If my memory serves correct, this was shot in Vancouver. Well, what are you going to do? Another good thing is that they actually use practical effects in this film, and we get some decent, pretty on-screen kills and some nice gore. So those are some couple of positives that we have off of this film, but that's basically it. Now, the acting here it's about average. Really nothing more you can say about that because the dialogue this has is basically fit for your cliche characters. I give Stephanie Bennett some credit as Sophie. We supposedly care about her because she's the main protagonist of this film. We hear some background about, she might not want to go to this certain college. But we really don't care about that. I did like Brandon Fletcher, though. He is a pretty good actor. He was in Freddy versus Jason, and I liked his character here. He plays a pretty good, tough guy, Ben. But the other characters, that's what they are. I mean, the script gives them nothing better to do other than play off their cliched roles. Now, as for the Leprechaun itself, the filmmaker decided not to go for the traditional Leprechaun character that we come to know and love. That's why we don't have Warwick Davis in here. They decided to go with a more mythological backstory of the Leprechaun, and they decided to use this creature as what we see right here. And he kind of looks like the crawlers in The Descent. What are you going to do? Now, I understand when I was researching this that Dylan Post decided not to see, he did not see any of the original Leprechauns, and he decided he wasn't going to watch them anyway because he wanted to put his own stamp on the character. Which is fine if they actually had a speaker reel for him, but all he does is grunt, growls and moans and crawls and, oh God, that's all he does. And then the shots that they do see him on, you really don't even see a clear close-up on him, so you really can't judge the type of effects. The only close-up we have is his face, and like I said before, it looks similar to the crawlers of the Descent. You get some type of a features what he looks like. If you've seen the WWE when Hornswoggle was there, you can see some of his features on there, but I don't know what they were thinking. There's hardly any jump scares in this film. He's not scary at all. Like I said, other than some good on-screen kills and some nice practical effects, this film really was a disaster, if you ask me. I don't know what they were thinking. I give them credit, though. They tried to do something totally different, but they didn't. All we have is just your generic cabin in the woods feature, cliche characters we don't care about, and that's about it. It is what it is. So, Horror Miser is going to open up his vote, and I'm going to give Leprechaun Origins 1.5 out of my 5 gold coins. Yes, Leprechaun Origins will get 1.5 out of my 5 gold coins. They tried. You gotta give them credit for that, but they failed miserably. So, my horror fans, I'm pretty sure a lot of you have seen Leprechaun Origins. What do you think? Did you think this was an okay horror picture? Does this really did anything for the Leprechaun series? Did you agree with what I do? And this was just an utter failure disaster. Leave your comments down in your comment section below and tell me what you thought about Leprechaun Origins. Well, horror fans, that's my video for today. I hope you did enjoy this video. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up because it does help the channel out a lot. And once again, this is your first time here, hit that subscriber button and ring that notification bell. That way you can come and enjoy the horror experience with me, the Horror Miser Monty G. And as always, all my social media links will be down in the description box below as well. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G. And always remember, horror rules. Vince, take us home. We're out.